Kavita, able to hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Quick video check as well, sir.
Yeah, I'll take some time. That's
okay, no problem. I think we are live already, so we can go ahead and start.
Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome you all for this 622nd meeting of this Madras Toastmasters Club. For those who didn't know, Toastmasters is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph and Smedley in 1924. The mission of the Toastmaster is to provide mutually supportive and learning experience. The major goal is that to improve the integrity, dedication to excellence, respect for the member, respect for the individual, and support the members. See, there are a few ground rules need to be followed. The first, I request all the speakers kindly refine in speaking the table like sex, religion, and politics. Also, I request, please rename yourself. Mention Toastmaster. If you are a Toastmaster, mention Toastmaster, then your name. Right? Toastmaster Anand, Toastmaster Anirudh. Suppose if you are a guest, mention guest hyphen your name, so that we can avoid the confusion. Suppose in case if you are using two devices, mention the device 2, then your role, then Toastmaster and name. I request you, and now I will share two forms. One is to mark members to mark the attendance, and second is to I need the guest your contact details. I request you please fill the contact details so that our VP membership will keep in contact with you. So enjoy the meeting, and now I'm handing the floor to the presiding officer. Over to you, ma'am. Yes.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Great. So, how is the energy level online as usual?
High. Good.
very high.
Very high this time. Offline? So equally good this time. Okay, so I would like to declare open 622nd meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. Audience, speakers, role players, offline as well as online. Do we have any guests online? I think I have to admit somebody here. And I think he's a guest. Right timing. Krishna. Yes. So, guest Krishna, can you please unmute and introduce yourself? Is there? Krishna, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, please unmute and please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Krishna, and previously I worked in Chennai in Standard Chartered Bank, and currently I'm working from my hometown. I recently talked to Preeti regarding this Toastmasters.
Okay.
So Preeti informed that it is online and offline. Both is available. So today I am attending as a guest here.
Okay, great. Great having you as a guest, Krishna. So please sit back and enjoy this meeting. And if you're interested in table topics, please do give your name to, you can put it in the chat, and Toastmaster Bala can call you. So it's an impromptu speaking session. If you're interested, you can give your name there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we have any more guests online? Offline, I think we don't have guests. Okay.
That's it, Kavita. Online, we don't have.
Okay, great. So with that, I would like to hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster of the day for today is Toastmaster Jay. Toastmaster Jay needs no introduction. He is working at Flex, an electronics manufacturing company, and he's a past president. He has many more achievements to his collar. So let's welcome Toastmaster Jay, TMOD for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita, for that quick introduction. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I would be the Toastmaster of the day. In fact, actually today I have planned for to visit the offline meeting, but due to some circumstances at home, I will be doing it online. So as I said, I'll be the Toastmaster of the day. In other words, I would be called the Master of Ceremony. Okay, so today we have 3 segments. The firstly, to start with, it will be the prepared speech, wherein actually a speaker already would have been prepared. A speech would be delivering in about 5 to 7 minutes. The second segment would be the impromptu speech, which we the Toastmasters friendly we used to call it as table topic speech. And finally, we'll have the evaluation of the prepared speeches. You might ask me like, can the impromptu speeches also get a feedback? Yes, you can get from our senior members after the session. So basically we have these 3 segments. To move on, like the word I've chosen today is ladder. Why I've chosen is because like now we are nearing the election, like we'll be having new set of officers for the next term. So for the benefit of all, like we have 7 roles in our club. To start with, it would be Sergeant at Arms, Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President Public Relation, Vice President Membership, Vice President Education, and finally the President. President would be also known as the CEO of the company, CEO of the Toastmasters thing. It doesn't end just with that. It also continues with the area director. Now we have a Toastmaster Srini sir as the area director. Then the division director, of course, is our Toastmaster Arun sir. Followed that, actually, we can get into the district roles as well. So that's why I've chosen a ladder, actually, because I want all our members to climb the ladder like how I've said, like, so after SA, you have to just get into the next level, which is secretary. After secretary, treasury, likewise, you have to follow. And theme of the day I've chosen today is count your steps. We came across various journeys, so we always actually have to count our steps, because only then we'll be going ahead and we'll be knowing our achievements and what all we have missed out. So by that ways, actually we'll be learning a lot. So always try to count your steps, and with that you can move forward. So I request all of you all to use the word of the day and theme of the day as much as you can, which will make me happy as a Toastmaster of the day. Before getting into the meeting, actually, we have, I need to specially mention the 6 pillars of our club, starting with our charter members, Distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir and Distinguished Toastmaster Jaika sir. Then our area director, Toastmaster Srini. We have another area director who is also part of our club, Toastmaster Sheshadri sir. We have, Distinguished Toastmaster Sheshadri sir, Distinguished Toastmaster Pat sir. So these are the 6 pillars of our club who have been starting our club right from the scratch. So next I would like to touch base on, okay, so when I joined this Toastmaster club, Arun Kumar sir, he was the Vice President Public Relation at the time. Now he has completed a division director. So you can see the growth he had in Toastmasters. Now he will be getting into the district roles, and soon we can see a district director from our club, Toastmaster Arun sir. And we have a couple of nominations for the area director as well this time. Hopefully we get a lot of members filled in that seat. So with that, actually, we'll just move on to the meeting. With just one hand, I cannot clap. Likewise, in Toastmaster, we cannot do it just with the Toastmaster of the day. So I need a team who would be helping me out throughout the session, and I would be supported by the general evaluator. Today, general evaluator role will be played by Toastmaster Priya. To tell about her, she has been working as a program manager in Capgemini. She loves reading and loves gardening. So to each role players and the speakers, I've asked this question, like, how do you see a leader in you? Because I want to correlate with the word of the day and theme of the day. So I asked them, how do you see a leader in you? To that, she has said, like, she believes in every individual is capable of achieving something, has a unique talent. And the leader in her accept everyone as they are, which gives the freedom to themselves. She believes in diversity, which gives strength to a team. So please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Priya, who will be the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Jay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Am I audible?
Yes, Priya.
Okay, thank you. So today, as the Toastmaster of the Day, Jay mentioned, I'm playing the general evaluator role. The purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. And I'll look for a good example of preparation, the delivery, organization delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. In the end, I'll provide feedback to improve the overall quality of the meeting. To perform my role effectively, I have a tag team. Tag is nothing but a timer, R counter, and grammarian. And of course, there is a core extended evaluation who will do the evaluation of individual's speech. So now let me call upon my tag team and they'll introduce their responsibility. So today the timer role is played by Safir. Safir is Toastmaster Safir is a mechanical engineer currently working at Caterpillar, and he loves to have long bike rides, exploring new food, roaming out with friends, and his hobbies are listening to music. Let me welcome Toastmaster Safir to explain the timer role.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The role of the timer is to note down the time taken by all the speakers during their speech. For prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green at 5 minutes, amber at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show green at 1 minute, amber at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green at 2 minutes, amber at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. At the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report to the general evaluator. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Safir. So let's call upon today's R counter, Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand works at Cipla. He likes coaching and guiding society in health and wellness, which is very required at this point, and creating an awareness on disease and its management. His hobbies are reading, cycling, and traveling. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand, for explaining the R counter role.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your warm introduction. Today, I'm going to play the role of this R counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note down any overused words or fillers used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjunction such as un, will, but, so, sound may be At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand, for explaining the responsibility clearly. Let me call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Muthu. So Toastmaster Muthu is a biomedical engineer at private limited company Pondicherry. He loves to read books and listening to motivational material. Over to you, Toastmaster Muthu, to explain your responsibility.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers can speak to their language usage. I shall take note of any improper usage of the language as well as outstanding quotes, words, saying. I will also take note the usage of the word of the day. I will share my.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. In between, I couldn't hear. Maybe you might have to reconnect. So with this, I'll hand it over to Toastmaster of the Day. We will come back later part of the session to do the evaluation part. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Priya. So we are on target. Like at 10:30, we are supposed to start a prepared speech. We are on target, and we expect to complete it by the timeline. So to start with, as I said earlier, the first segment would be the prepared speech. Today, the first speaker would be Toastmaster Prabhat. She would be, he would be evaluated by Toastmaster Preeti, and the title chosen is My Introduction to the Club. He's going to give the speech on the project ICE, I guess for the first speech, icebreaker speech, and to tell about Prabhat. So Prabhat is a mechanical engineer with 12 years of experience and loving exploring the new places, loves playing table tennis and running every to keep fit is what introduction. So I'm just we'll just move on to the. Okay, I'm sorry. So before getting in, we'll request the evaluator to read out the objective of Prabhat's speech. Toastmaster Preeti, can you please read out the objective?
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Prabhat is going to deliver his level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce himself and herself to the club. The title of the speech is My Introduction to the Club. Over to you, Prabhat.
Thank you so much. Success is not about getting the results. Failure is not about failing every time. It is the courage to continue that count. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I somehow got the courage today to stand in front of you and deliver my icebreaker. For those who don't know me, my name is Prabhat. The real meaning of Prabhat is the first light of sun, which means something suddenly become clearer and understandable to one. I am very fortunate that my parents chose this name for me. Just like all of you, I am also a person fed up from my past experiences. And I am here today because I am hopeful that this particular experience will make me a better person tomorrow. So with that, I'll go to my personal life. I was born in a small town in Jharkhand called Bokaro Steel City. Bokaro Steel City is known for its education, industries, and healthcare infrastructure. And it is specially known for a steel plant called SEL. My father was a government employee, and because of that, he was getting transferred after every two or three years to different cities or states. And because of that, my primary education till 6th standard was happened in so many cities and states like Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Chhattisgarh, Raipur, and all. The time I actually entered to the 7th standard, my father decided that family will be staying in Bokaro and I will be continuing my education and he will take care of his job without disturbing the family. So I completed my matriculation and intermediate from Saraswati Vidya Mandir, Bokaro Steel City, BTech in Mechanical Engineering from VIT Sindri, Jharkhand, MTech in Mechanical Engineering from HITS Pilani, Rajasthan. I am having a brother and two sisters. My father is working in the steel sector, and my sisters are working in banking sectors. My father has been retired from his job recently, and he has been looking after the family stuff. During my school days and my college days, actually, I have been through so many of the difficult situations. It's all because of my speech. Actually, I'm having a speech problem called stammering. And because of that, I suffered a lot. During my college campus interview, I got selected in a mechanical company called Hermex Limited after having disqualified in 17 to 18 interviews back to back. Actually, I was facing all this failure just because I was hiding my weaknesses. I was not doing anything to face my fear or to overcome my weaknesses. So in 2014, I decided to focus on my speech and do something for my weaknesses. So I started to face all the speaking situation, and I joined a speech program called Maguire. Maguire is famous all across the world. They are actually dealing people like this who is having speech issues. They are dealing people with the physical as well as the psychological aspect. They have given me some speaking tools and techniques. Those tools and techniques are like taking fast and full postal breath, formulating my words and sound, establishing eye contact with the listener, using heat and hold, block release, and deep tone. These all things are really helping me to have a good control over my speech. And because of that, I faced many speaking situations after my college time. And even today, you can see me. I'm still having the problem, but I could able to manage it. So to expand my comfort zone and to challenge myself, I have joined the Toastmaster. And I'm hopeful that Toastmaster will be supporting me to become an articulate, eloquent speaker in future. Furthermore, my hobbies are to play table tennis and running. I used to read inspirational and motivational books, which keep me motivated when I feel low in life. So with that, I would like to conclude my speech with a quote saying, "There is no set moment in your life which will define you. Each and every moment is a chance to change your life for something better or the worse." Thank you so much, and actually over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prabhat. We all came to know more about you. So we'll just move on. Before that, I would like to touch base on the word of the day. See, about ladder. When you climb the ladder, you might fall down. It tends to happen. So only when you fall, you will learn your mistakes and you will not commit that particular mistake. So if in case when you're trying to climb the ladder, if you tend to fell down, you don't give up. So you just try continuing it and stay positive, and you will be sparkling in future. So that's about it. And I again suggest the members to use this word of the day and the theme of the day. So next would be the second speaker for today would be Toastmaster Jacob. To tell about Toastmaster Jacob, he has been working as a project coordinator for Arat only and having a work experience for 9 years in graphical design field. His hobbies include reading books and listening to music. He's also interested in cooking and watching movies. So when I asked this question, how do you see the leader in you? He said he would like to see a leader in me when he actually genuinely care about others. So before calling the speaker, I would like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Sriram sir, to read out the objective of his speech.
Thanks, Toastmaster Jay. Good morning, all. So today we have Toastmaster Jacob, who is giving his level 1 project 3 in dynamic leadership. And purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. All the best to you, Toastmaster Jacob. Over to you.
Things are not always what they seem. The first appearance deceives many. things are not always what they seem, but the first appearance deceives many. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Appearances can be deceiving. We always knew not to completely take the way someone acted or dresses for granted. There is always a reason for the way that they are. However, we often find ourselves making assumptions. I would like to share a story with you all. Once upon a time, a man was walking along the seashore. When he came across some sea caves, he decided to explore them. In one of the caves, he saw a large bag. Curious, he opened it to look inside. There were several large clay balls. How crazy to roll these clay balls and leave them out in the sun to bake, he thought. Laughing, he was about to set off again. Then he stopped and thought, why not take them? As he continued to stroll along the beach, he took one of the balls and flung it as far as he could into the sea. After some time, this became like a game. Then one of the balls he threw happened to slip and hit a rock. Then, do you have any idea what was inside that ball? There was a precious stone inside. And naturally, the man got excited and couldn't wait to crack open the rest of the balls in the bag. There were about only 20 left. Each ball had a similar pressure. Appearances can be so deceptive. After he cracked open the last ball, the man realized that he was looking a jewel worth thousands. Then it struck him that from the time he picked up the balls, he may have thrown nearly 50 balls. What might that have been worth? Tens of thousands? He regretted for throwing them away. Often it's like with the people we meet in. We sometimes we can see someone, or maybe we ourselves, we can only see the things which is visible and form an impression. There is a hidden thing in every when we go through the outer layer of the things, we can see some hidden treasure inside it. And there's always everyone is blessed with some inner treasure within it. When we took time to look ourselves and the people we meet within, we can come to know each other. When we took time to look through the outside of the layers, we can discover some inner shine. I want to take jackfruit as an example. You can see the fruit outside is hard and rude, but when we go through the outer layer, you can taste the fruit, and there's a reverse also can be true. Gorgeously wrapped and nothing inside. All we have to do is we have to go through the packaging to look what is inside. And I have to share my personal experience with you all. When I was studying in seminary, I had a chance to meet a person. His name is Paul, and he is far from the village. When we see him first, we judge him for his appearance. He is too short and little fat. He had dark skin. We assumed that he had no knowledge at all. After 2 days, we had a chance to introduce ourselves to the rest of the students. That time, we had a chance to know about him. He was good at his academic scores. He can sing well. He can play musical instruments like guitar, tabel, and keyboards. And he was appointed as a team leader for our choir team. This incident made us clear and not to judge the person by the appearance. I'd like to end the speech by the quote: "Do not judge a book by its cover." Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful speech. And we'll be moving on to the next speaker. Before that, I would like to ask you all a question. Preferably, the people who have nominated for the next election have. Sorry. Okay, so preferably the members who have nominated for the next election can just tell the answer, even it is open to others as well. So you have 7 leaders in the current ExCom role, right? So can you tell me like who prepares the minutes of meeting? Can I get an answer from those who have nominated for the next ExCom? Sorry? I'm sorry.
Okay, we have answers from offline, Jay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't get it.
Okay, Anand says secretary.
Yes. That is actually the right answer. And who takes care of bank-related transactions? Treasurer. Okay. Who takes care of promotional activities? Yeah. Okay. It's Vice President Public Relation. And finally, who organizes each meeting? So every Sunday we have a meeting, right? Who organizes that? No, he just starts and end the meeting, but who organizes each meeting before the he or she will just have the names and all. He prepares, he or she will prepare
Education.
Vice President Education, yes. So even if you're applying for any role, it is also your responsibility to know what are the roles and responsibility for other roles as well. So it will be like a teamwork. So that is why I asked this question. And now actually we'll be getting into the next and the final speaker, of course. For today, it will be from Toastmaster Raj Khan. So he's a visiting Toastmaster from Chennai Communicators Club. To tell about him, like he's an adventurous person who like to go for long distance running. He writes. He loves writing and speaking, and he has been active Toastmaster of the Chennai Communicators Club. So that's about him. So please, before that, I would like to invite his evaluated Toastmaster Srinivasan sir to read out the objective of his speech.
Hey, thanks, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Rajinikanth is actually giving his speech from, he's giving his level 3 project 2 speech, which is an elective speech from the innovative planning path. The title of his speech is Benefit of Toastmaster. I'm sure it is relevant to all the members that are there. I wish the speaker all the best. Over to you, sir.
Before starting this speech, I set to the timer. This speech is about 3 to 4 minutes. Can I start? Hello, everyone. Good morning to one and all. I felt mesmerizing to see you all at this one moment. Thank you, Toastmasters, for your presence in my life. Public speaking is not a better process for me. When I started to think about public speaking before 4 years, my heartbeat started to rise, my inner palm started to sweat, and my speeches start to huddle by thinking about the fear of public speaking. During my higher secondary school, we have an agenda in our daily assembly that at least one person from class 12 want to speak in front of thousands of students and teachers, and at the theme name, the thought of the day. The day before I'm giving the speech, a month before I'm giving a speech, I couldn't sleep well. I was disturbed. The reason not because of the preparation, but just thinking about the fear that I have to speak in front of the huge audience. Even though the script was well written and helped me to practice by my aunt. The day I speak was literally very bad to my conscience, because I was speaking with so many flaws in my speech. But I want to be a better speaker and got motivated by some of the political leaders as well as the film stars during those days.
but I couldn't find a platform where I can practice and to get feedback and improve my speech until I joined in one company. When I started my corporate career, I want to give speeches in front of people and I want to take feedback from them. I do not have the patience, but then I met one of my friends who suggested me to join in Toastmasters. Once after I getting started to attending the meeting regularly, I start to cherish the feedbacks and the support I'm getting from the Toastmasters. My dream might be a dream as a public speaker if I could not join in a Toastmasters like this. Once I started to join in Toastmasters, I know to write and to speak and also had the patience to get the feedback from the fellow speakers and fellow Toastmasters, which helped me a lot in giving a speech in front of my workers, my colleagues. Getting a feedback is one of the toughest part if you are not a Toastmaster, if you do not have experience as a Toastmaster. We always offend the people. Oh, we are trying to do, this is the best part, but they are giving something nonsense to us. But once you start to join in Toastmaster, accept their feedback and learn to accept the feedback, you have started to improving yourself. And I've started to improve myself, and Toastmaster actually act as a ladder for my development in my life and count my steps towards the success. I am obliged the small steps taken by fellow Toastmasters to encouraging me to be a better speaker. I conclude this speech with a quote saying that from the Benjamin Franklin, which tells, "Tell me I forgot, teach me I remember, and involve me I learned." With that, thank you, fellow Toastmasters, and over to TM Modi.
Thank you for the wonderful, energetic speech. And next, we will just move on. Okay, so we'll have a, yes. Yeah. Okay. So I would like to ask something. Okay, maybe, okay, my voice is echoing, I'm sorry. So something which you can see as an online members, but I cannot see as an offline member. What is that? Any thoughts? Something which you can see as an online member, but I cannot see as an offline member.
Maybe the reactions.
Okay, so but I have something else in mind. Okay, it is the audience. As offline members, I cannot see the audience now, but you can actually see. So I'll ask a question in a different way. Something which I can see as an offline member, but you cannot see as an online member. What is that? Maybe not just offline, it is me, Jay. What I can see, but you can't see. What is that? Okay, it is a bit tough, so I'll just tell it. So I have a habit of whenever actually, when I do offline meetings, whenever actually I have introduction, what I'll do, I'll just have a sticky note like been stuck across my laptop, because I don't want to miss the introduction of the general evaluator speakers and all. And as soon as I've completed, I'll just remove it and I'll just replace it with the next speaker. But now actually I've just struck the introduction of our distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir, and I cannot see the screen because it is fully with his introduction. So his education session is for about 20 to 25 minutes. What I feel like he's the biggest assets of MTC, and if I'm going to read the introduction which I see here, it will take me to give a prepared speeches of 5 to 7 minutes, but I'll make it really short because he has made a lot of achievements. I will just read out his objective. I just give maybe 2 minutes of timer. Please bear with me to tell about our distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir. He did his doctorate studies from the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Madras, in System Engineering and Management. He has 3 decades of research and corporate experience in leading IT company. He's a charter member and the past president of Madras Toastmaster Club. Distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir has more enormous contribution towards Toastmaster fraternity in India, Tamil Nadu, and also leaders leadership position as an area director and also as a division director. To tell about distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir, he is an intellectual person, investor, digital contract writer for optional trading and digital technology transformation consultant. He's a wealth creation mentor, leadership excellence coach, won 3 consecutive Best Paper Presentation Award for the Computer Society of India. He got 13 plus years of experience in Toastmaster journey. He has instrument made to his contribution towards MTC is one of the best in the clubs in the district. He has mentored 24 XCOM from 2009 to 2021. That of course me as well, because when I was as a president, I was actually getting all his guidance in that time. So adding to that, distinguished Toastmaster also has achieved the highest educational award, which is DTM, his project and the project management professional BMP certified. He has completed the effective coaching path in a record time of 16 months. It is actually unbelievable. It took almost close to 2 years for me to complete it, but he has completed it in 6 months. He created MTC Leadership Growth and Quality Handbook version 1.0, the Division H evaluation contest runner up in 2020. Distinguished Toastmaster also is also a vivid reader, and his interest is to have a long drive to historical temples in India. He's developing a logical and analytical model as a hobby in any field of interest. He's keen to mentor young Toastmasters, investment and repaying rewards. I'm sorry. So with that, actually, please put your hand together to welcome our charter member, Distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir. So you are on mute, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay, and you can able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I want to share my screen.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, you can able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I have to thanks to VP Education, Toastmaster Sohasini. She has requested me to give one education session on Leadership Excellence Series. The title is Giving Effective Feedback. So before going to the subject matter of effective feedback, I would like to tell what is actually Leadership Excellence Series. In a Toastmasters, we have a 2 series. One is a club Success Club series, another one is Leadership Excellence Series. The Leadership Excellence Series is predominantly focusing on 3 important aspects. It contains set of presentations addressing subject of leadership. I think most of you know the leadership word is a very generic word, but actually it is having a lot of meaning. If you go into the leadership aspects, one has to understand the real subject of the leadership. So this series contains series of presentations so that addressing the subject of leadership. This today's presentation one among them. And this excellence series content enable members to acquire skills to become a successful leaders, not only in Toastmasters, in their own profession, outside Toastmasters, whether you're doing a business or whether you're employee. So you can able to employ the skills to become a better leaders tomorrow. So when I'm choosing this Leadership Excellence Series, what is the credentials I have? Just I want to give, because I think I know Toastmaster Jay has given a detailed introduction. Actually, that is a detailed introduction is required for education session. That's why I gave that introduction. Now, I want to give my feedback about my credentials, how I want to come into the Leadership Excellence Series. So I completed Distinguished Toastmasters in a traditional path, earlier communication track and leadership track in 2013. Then again, I started my second journey when they introduced pathways in a Toastmasters in 2019. So I completed 2 pathways and all credentials has been completed DTM. I'm going to file my DTM this year, very soon, maybe this month or next month. Because of my travel and other professional commitments, I'm not able to file the second DTM. Coming to the one more credentials, I can say District 120 has formed last year, that is 2021. So District 120 Leadership has given me Excellence in Leadership Award for 2021. And also recently, I got Leadership Excellence Award from District 120 in 21-22 also. So these are the little credentials what I have, so that I can share my experience, how I got all those things through this education session, which will be helpful for our members to hone these skills to develop a better leaders tomorrow. So coming to the feedback. So what is the feedback? Feedback helps the teams achieve goals, build confidence and pride and succeed. So you understand one thing very important. Whenever you are giving a feedback, that means the team should have set of expectations. Team should set a objectives. Team should set some goals. Even if you are giving an individual guy, you should have some set of expectations. Without expectations, don't try to give feedback. So that's what actually Toastmasters International very clearly mentioning here. Feedback helps teams achieve goals, build confidence and pride and succeed. If you observe our day-to-day life, right from childhood till your career, your maybe retirement life, I can say, feedback is an integral part of life. If you see, there are 3 M's which drives our entire life. I can say money, material, and mobility. Suppose if you are a industrial person, or maybe if you are a business owner, or a maybe entrepreneur or a solopreneur, you have to get a feedback from your customer with respect to so many aspects, whether it's a quality of the product, quality of service, price you offered, efficiency you delivered, service you provided, reliability, what you shown, and loyalty towards your customers. So this is the feedback each and every time. If you are getting, you will be successful entrepreneur or solopreneur or business owner. Now coming to the non-business owners, I can say employees. What is employees? Most of us working in IT, I think most of our members are working in IT and non-IT sectors, corporate sectors. So what happened, for each and every role, there is a defined expectations, what I called as a goals, they set in the beginning of the year. Then there is a mechanism to measure and evaluate how each individual performing his role and responsibilities. Then the supervisor will give feedback. So based on that feedback and based on the performance, organization will record the performance. That performance, based on the performance, they'll give the ratings. That rating indirectly drive your salary hike as well as your promotions to next grade, isn't it? So here again, money is giving based on the feedback. So once you earn money, either through industry or through entrepreneurs or through your business, or maybe if you're an employee, you have to transact that money through online banking, isn't it? So whenever you're doing transactions, nowadays, if you see all major banks, State Bank of India, ICICI, HDFC, each and every transaction when you're completing, they're asking feedback from the customers. What feedback they're asking? They're asking how best the bank has provided service to you. That means even banks require a feedback from the stakeholders. So the feedback is integral part of life. Now coming to the material and mobility, and we have a lot of social media. If you see, we are using a lot of apps. We are using food apps for Swiggy, Zomato, or a big basket for grocery, Amazon for accessories, and mobility, you are using Uber and Ola. And even if you see hospitality website, Yatra and MakeMyTrip.com or Goibibo, all this, you see, every time they're asking feedback. And also, if you want to buy any item also, you are looking for the earlier's feedback. How many stars they're giving? 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars. So indirectly, feedback is very important to drive business, isn't it? So that is a motto. Even outside the Toastmasters, feedback is very important. Now coming to the, what are the major steps involving in while giving effective feedback? First step, set clear and concise objectives. That's what I'm telling. It's very, very important. Unless you're not setting expectations from each role and responsibilities, it's not possible to give feedback. It's not like a generic feedback you have to give. Suppose, for example, if you're a club president, he's having his role and responsibilities. If he's the area director, he should have his role and responsibilities. Division director is having role and responsibilities. Speaker having role and responsibilities. Each and every role you have to set expectations. After setting expectations, you have to give the feedback. Then once you set the objectives, you have to watch that leader in a respective role, how is performing. Adjust the team members' performance. There are, suppose if you see a president is 6 months, even a district leadership role is 1 year. So you can set the monthly once you can see how leader is performing. Once you adjust the team performance with respect to the expectations, then you have to provide immediate feedback. So don't mind that whether whatever feedback you are giving, if you are honest, if you are sincere, don't mind whether other guy is receiving or not receiving. As a leader, your responsibility to give honest feedback. That is up to him. Who wants to develop himself, he has to take in a positive sense. So you have to provide immediate feedback. Then once you give feedback, after completing his tenure as a leader, you can recognize the positive performance. For each and every role, suppose if you see in a Madras Toastmaster Club, now it is 13 years, 25 XCOMs are completed. Each and XCOM, they have a set of leaders. They have contributed to the club to come to this level. But each leader having unique capabilities. So you have to recognize their capabilities and you have to give recognition to those leaders. So coming to our Toastmasters scenario. So basically, if you see, leadership opportunities are enormous in Toastmasters. So that is the reason you and me, everybody came here for some purpose. It's not like that club is giving to you. You came for, you want something and you are spending money and you are spending effort to develop yourself. So this is the motto. Always you have to keep in your mind. It's not like that club or district is giving to something to you and you are giving to them something because you came, you have lack of something, you want to develop something. That's why you came and joined here. So that is your motto throughout the journey of Toastmasters. And there are two setups of leaders in a club meeting. Suppose if you see in a club meeting, if you want to conduct a club meeting of 2 hours, we have various roles. Like if you see in meeting roles, there are 8 roles. Primarily thing is speaker is there. Then there is a Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, and tag team, table topics master. And if you see design of Toastmasters, if a speaker today, I think there are 3 speakers are there. And each and every speaker, they have a purpose of statements. That means that whatever project is delivering, there is objectives, set of objectives. And he has to see that set of objectives and he come and deliver the speech. Then in an evaluator will give a feedback. So after observing his performance throughout his delivery, evaluator is giving feedback, isn't it? Then after the end of the meeting, and our members are voting, which is the best speaker, that is recognition of performance. All 4 steps, if you can see, speaker having objectives of the project and is performing through the delivery, evaluator is observing and giving immediate feedback, and club is recognizing his performance. So this is what actually I can say effective feedback. Without individual knowledge, all these things are designed in a Toastmaster meeting. That's why I'm telling each and every meeting, don't miss the meeting. Even if you know everything, please come and attend. Once you are attending, you'll learn so many things without your knowledge. But all these learnings will be accumulated over a period of time. It will be useful for you when you require in your professional field or in your personal field. For example, if you see Toastmaster of the day, today our Toastmaster Jai is conducting Toastmaster of the day. He is having set of objectives. He has to drive entire show of 2 hours. He has to anchor the entire meeting. He has to introduce the speakers and he has to delegate the responsibilities for the next set of leaders. So that is his expectations. So at the end of the meeting, and he may get feedback, and if he is happy, and even members will vote for him, he is the best role player like that. So that is what I'm telling is, in a meeting, we have so many leaders. For each and every leadership, we can able to get the effective feedback if you are following these 4 steps. Then coming to the club elections, club officers, I can say. Club officers, if you see, each 6 months term of our club, there are 7 officers. They will manage the entire club. end to end. There are around 25 meetings in 6 months, and each and every meeting, they'll do a lot of effort. Offline meeting, they'll do a lot of effort, and they'll create an agenda and they'll publish. And out of 7 officers, if you see, right from the president, vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relation, secretary, treasurer, and sergeant arms. Each and every leadership role, they have roles and responsibilities. And this is very typical, no? Because when you are performing the role in a leadership, if you see how you are performing the role, you need to have senior people who already played that role. That's why our club is very fortunate. We have so many senior leaders. I can say around 10, 12 past presidents still sticking to the club. So they will give feedback for the ExCom as and when required, so that they can develop the club quality. So here is again, each and every leadership role, there is objectives, and we are observing the performance for meeting by meeting. And there is every monthly, there is ExCom meeting. In that ExCom meeting, they will discuss the performance. And senior people, if they wish, they can give the feedback, or otherwise, if they're happy, they can continue. Then at the end of the meeting, automatically district will recognize. Not even Toastmasters International also, they recognize if you are president distinguished or a select distinguished or a distinguished club performance based on the goals what they set for that. So this is what one way you can see your leaders from both meeting as well as club officers, they used to get the feedback. Now coming to the how you have to give a constructive feedback. So that is one of the important things in Toastmasters, because we have very good values in Toastmasters. We have respect individuals, service excellence, and integrity. So these 4 values you have to uphold throughout your journey, whether you are a normal member or whether you are a sergeant arms in the low ladder of the club officers, or maybe you are a president, or maybe you are a district leader. You have to follow these 4 values. So when you are following these 4 values, when you are giving a constructive feedback, you have to be specific. Don't beat bush around, because here people are coming their own talent, their own competency, their own skills. So you have to be specific. Suppose if you want to give your mentee, when he is delivering speech, you can say you are delivering a fast. If you are observing is a fast delivery, you ask him to slow down for the next speech. Be specific, so that I think members will be benefited on your feedback. Second thing, when you are giving a feedback, speak for yourself. What do you mean speak for yourself? Suppose if you are in that position, if somebody is giving feedback, how you are going to take it? And also you have to see how it will be useful for the concerned member. So speak yourself before giving the constructive feedback. Then be sincere. You should be very sincere whatever role you are taking, whether you are taking small role, whether you are taking a big role, you have to be sincere. If you are not sincere, I am telling you are not successful in Toastmasters. If you are not successful in Toastmasters, I can say you cannot successful in a professional and personal field. Then emphasize how actions affect the team. This is very, very important, because maybe some of the leaders who are conducting club meetings, who are running the club, who are club officers, they will think that why these senior people are giving so much emphasis on these so many aspects and all. Because we are looking into the holistic view. We are looking the club so many years, now almost 13 years. You may see another 30 years also. So what I'm telling is we are seeing the club growth, because each and every time you are seeing the different leaders. So based on our experience and our exposure, we are giving feedback to the current leadership role. Then also we have to see how it will affect the other team, because individuals are coming from playing some important roles in the Toastmasters. You need to take into the consideration those things, and you have to elevate them. You have to support them. Unless you are not supporting them, they may not show enthusiasm in conducting the various leadership roles. So these are the 4 important things when you are giving the constructive feedback. So when you are giving a constructive feedback, there is one technique that is called I technique. Always use I technique. Don't generalize. You tell that I perceive if you are doing this thing, the club performance will improve. I suggest you publish this report. So I feel if you are doing this thing, maybe it will be enhance our quality. So like that, you can use I technique whenever you are giving constructive feedback. Even evaluations, don't generalize. You can give I feel, I assume, I think, like that. So that's why that is very good technique what actually Toastmasters International is suggesting to give a constructive feedback. And always end on positive note. I think there is a sandwich mechanism. In a sandwich, if you see, there is on the top one loaf of bread and bottom one loaf of bread, and in between you have a raw stuff. So when you are giving a feedback, you start with a positive note and give all area of improvement in between, then end with again positive feedback. So always end with a positive note. Recognize the improvement. That's very important. Unless you are sincere, you are honest, and you are observing a particular leader, his growth right from the beginning. I saw so many people in our club. Those that started as sergeant arms, they become area directors. Those that started as secretary, they become division directors. So those that started even low level like a secretary or a treasurer, they went up to the district level roles. So if you are very sincere, if you are observing that leader, you can recognize his improvement step by step, count their steps. What actually Jay has told, I think, is put a very nice theme of the day. Count your steps. So recognize the improvement. Then again, once you recognize the improvements, then you give a positive performance. Recognize the positive performance. Be specific. Each and every president, I can say, they are contributing a lot to this club, but in their own way. So actually, when online meeting comes in last 2 years back, so Jay has taken very good initiatives, publishing all reports in the online, and where he is presenting the online meeting and all. That has actually set a base for the online meetings. Then subsequently, Sriram and other Toastmasters who are taking that inputs, and they improved a lot. So when you are giving a recognizing positive performance, you have to be specific. Express your appreciation. For example, if you see when Sriram became a president, he has taken a lot of steps. He has taken a lot of steps to streamline the club operations. So that is you have to express your appreciation, because if you see Sriram, he has introduced club constitution, he has streamlined the WhatsApp communication. So these are the appreciations. Be specific appreciations for each and every leader. Encourage more of the same. Suppose if your leader is performing, you can encourage them. You can encourage them from one role to next role. Suppose if he is performing excellently in VPPR, definitely you have to give VP membership. If she or she is contributing a VP membership, you have to elevate to VP education. So this is encourage the more of the same. Always encourage the talent. Always encourage the merit. So that is our recognizing positive performance. So finally, conclusion. Meaningful feedback reinforces outstanding performance and encourages others to improve. So my dear Toastmasters, so you always keep in mind when you are giving effective feedback, all these 4 steps. Unless you are not setting expectations, setting goals, don't ever give any feedback. If you set expectations, you observe the performance, then you give a feedback. Once you give feedback, recognize his performance and appreciate him in all aspects. So this is what we call as effective feedback. I think with this, whatever Toastmasters International set in the Leadership Excellence series, I can able to present now. If you have any questions, I think we have a couple of minutes. You can ask. I can answer if I can able to answer in this session. Otherwise, I'll hand over to Toastmaster today. Okay, then I think it's very clear. It's a very simple concept. Everybody can understand. Over to Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Jay.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster sir. So I've in fact over the years, like close to 5 years, I've listened to close to 50 plus educational session. But when you're listening to the educational session given by distinguished Toastmaster Rao, so you cannot take off your eye. So I was just keenly looking into the session. I was really enjoying the session. And even if you're not, I've been sometimes you'll be busy with some work on the Sundays. But if I can see the Rao sir's education session in the agenda, for sure I'll try to attend it. So that is the power of his education session. And today, actually, those who have attended would have known like how has been the session. So thank you so much for the session, sir. Now the time is 11:20. We are actually, in fact, 5 minutes from the agenda time of 11:25. So Kavita, can we take a break for 5 minutes, or can we take for 10 minutes?
Offline 5 minutes may be difficult, Jay, because
Okay, we will take for 10 minutes and we'll resume at 11:30.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita.
Kavita,
Yes, Suhasini.
can you make me as host and
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Kavita, today TTM would be Manu or Bala?
Manu is not reachable, right, Suhasini?
yes,
So Bala. Okay.
Toastmaster Bala only, Jay.
Okay, I just need his introduction.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Okay,
Now.
thank you, Kavita.
I made you the co-host, Suhasini.
thanks, Kavita. Kavita is all the speakers are qualified.
Yeah, I'll check that. Timer is offline, right? It's offline.
Yes.
Timer, can you please confirm if all the speakers are qualified? Timer, Toastmasters Safi. All the speakers are qualified? You can ask the doubt.
Yeah, actually,
5 to 7. 5 to 7 minutes. 30 seconds.
some people are beyond the, some people are below the limit.
What are the timings? 3 speakers. I'll check this and let you know, Suhas.
Thanks, Kavita.
Kavita, we had 4 to 6 minutes.
Toastmaster Rajkant and Toastmaster Prabhat are qualified.
Okay, Kavita, thanks.
In the meantime, you people can see us socializing. Hope it's visible. Okay.
கவிதா இன்னைக்கு எவ்வளவு டைம் இருக்கும்? இல்ல
எத்தனை பேரை கூப்பிடலாம்?
போக போக ஆல்ரெடி இங்கே நீங்க எனக்கு கேட்டுட்டேன். அங்க போயிடுவேன்.
ஆமா, நான் சாட்ல பாத்துட்டு
இருக்கீங்க.
Toastmaster Jay, can we start or?
Yes, we can start. It is 11:30. We can.
All have settled.
Okay.
Toastmaster Anand, you can. Clap and start.
Sir, in offline, everyone has joined. I'm handovering the floor to the Toastmaster of the day. You can take it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. So Toastmaster Kavita ensured the offline members also see the audience. It is a good precedent. So she ensured like the need of every member has been fulfilled. And today I want to see the online members. And so thanks to Kavita who helped me. So okay, I'll just ask a question to a few members. Like I said, like the CEO of our club is the president, Toastmaster Kavita. But there'll be some people like a couple of members will be supporting the president, the CEO, the CFO and all. So any idea who will be supporting the current ExCom team? Any idea?
Past president?
Yes, sir. So Sriram sir is there actually. He's been the past president of the club. So adding to Sriram sir, actually along we also have the area director actually who will just pitch in like if clubs requires any support. So we also have our area director Toastmaster Srini sir. We have our division director Toastmaster Arun sir. So we have a lot of members, not just the past presidents, also the charter members. We have great pillars of a club, distinguished Toastmaster Rao sir and distinguished Toastmaster Jaika sir, the pillars of a club, and also Bala sir. So who have been supporting us throughout the journey. So if in case XCOM needs help, these members will be these senior members will be helping out the current XCOM team. So that's about it. So we'll be getting into the next session. It is my favorite session. It is also called the butterfly session or the impromptu session, or in Toastmasters they used to call it as table topic session. So I would like to hand over this virtual dais to Toastmaster Bala to have the session carried through. Yes, sir, moving to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
For the benefit of guests, table topics is not that I'm going to stand behind the table and give you a topic. It's an impromptu or off the cuff. What is off the cuff? That is suddenly in family or official circumstances, in various aspects, you will be asked a question, then you have to present thing. To do that, I have been given this role to play table topic master today, just a couple of hours or 1 hour before. And this is, I'm also doing it on an impromptu session. Okay. I'll be calling out few people, and the timer you can note down 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of 1 green and 1.5 amber and 2 minutes red. Red will remain. This is for the guests to know. So what is this impromptu or off the cuff? Today we heard about Leadership Excellence series, and there is also one set of 10 books where Club Excellence series is there. These two are for leadership. You want to be a better speaker? Toastmasters International has Better Speaker series. One of the module where I'll be giving tips now today for the guests or even for seasoned people, sometimes know how to approach a table topics. One of the module I'll be condensing on impromptu speaking, giving you in 2-3 minutes. So what you should do when you are called on the stage, given a topic. So first thing, number 1, listen. As a leader, listening is important. Many a times we know when in the school, I thought while reading, this is a question, but I answered in a different way, right? So listening is very important as a leader. That will be tested in your table topics. Then pause. A question will be repeated again. Pause. Think on that time. Then you are on the stage. You have to deliver for the audience. So the questions, how to approach the question, I will tell you. So there you confirm. Then elaborate on that point. This is what 4 steps. Listen, pause, confirm, deliver the speech. About the 3rd and 4th point, I'll be elaborating a little bit briefly. Effectively, there are 2 or 3 methods of approaching an impromptu speech. Typically, 80 to 90% of the questions will be asked in a way that either you have to agree or disagree on the statement. This is the first method. You know, that statement is given to you. When that statement is given to you, you agree or disagree, but then don't change. Yes, I agree. Sometimes I don't agree on this. Then finally, this is called the next step. Compare and contrast. You don't agree. You say that what is given is this, but the other side of this is this. I'm trying to do comparison, compare and contrast. Then you conclude my view on this subject is this. Is it clear? Then there are other ways of asking questions, which is not generally. This is called historical question, or something happened in the past in a way which is relevant today. In future, it could be different, whether it is IT related or any topic, historical. This is called past, present, future approach. So these are various ways, and there could be other ways. And to give you confidence, there is no right or wrong answer. This is your view. You will come and speak and convince the audience that what you believe is the right. Okay? Are you all ready?
Yes.
I do have few names from offline. I have the liberty, and I am waiting for some online people to come, and I'll be choosing people who did not have any roles today so far. So first is Deepak Subramaniam. It's a question is very easy. Okay. You know why? Easy come, easy go.
Okay. Easy come and easy go.
I repeat, easy come, easy go. Over to you, Deepak Subramaniam.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. So my topic is easy come, easy go. Okay, that's a wonderful topic. So down the line, if I reminiscence to my past, so whatever I get very easy went out just like I get it. So to quote few examples, one thing is something like I didn't expect this would come, but it created major impact in my life as well. When I was in the 4th semester, I was assigned some serious responsibility, and they were expecting something else from me. But all of a sudden, they gave me this opportunity. I did all of my work, and that's a kind of organizing national life. Okay, so my teaching assistant, who was the staff coordinator, he assigned me some job of organizing, getting things done, and looking for places where we can go and visit, and accommodation places, how we are going to plan dinner, food, all these things I perfectly done. Everyone enjoyed the stay, and also during the stay, I was totally proactive, like what could be the possible challenges we could face during the stay. And also we perfectly planned the bus travel, also the train, as well as the here and there. We also visited hill station, hill peak, everywhere. We made sure everything was perfect. But what happened after this tour, my organization, the staff coordinator, was actually expecting the back work, right? So whatever we get from for example, one example is something we bought water cans from girls' hostel. And we bought few other things from boys' hostel and dean office. Everywhere we collected in order to save money. But what happened? We didn't give it to back. Like I am the sole responsible, but I didn't know, because all of a sudden work is done. That's done. I'm also done with the work. I went on chilling with my friends, and he called me after this 2 days. He thrown whatever words he has in his words. It really hurted me. At that time, I was totally helpless, because that time I realized that whatever we are taking, we have to be backward. Whatever we have taken, we have to give it back. So that's how I see that easy come and easy go is something you can easily get the responsibility, but you have to take care of in and out all these responsibilities. So that's what I can talk about this easy come and easy go. Thank you for this beautiful topic, for bringing me the national library memories to this game. Thank you. Because easy.
Okay, next speaker. No, when I came very early, she was there. So I will call Madam Indumati to the stage. The topic today for Madam Indumati is the early bird catches the worm. The early bird catches the worm. Over to you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, right. See, actually, in this world, there are so many opportunities, and competition is very high. And any course or any job if you take, earlier time, see, for example, engineering student means they used to get job easily, but now it's not possible. And like that, every job or every work, we have lot of competition. So this phrase is very important. And why I'm saying today, whoever puts effort, whoever tries as early as possible, they can drop that opportunity. Because for opportunity is one, or what to say, people who try for that to grab that opportunity, the number of people are very high. So competition is very intense. So whoever, that's what I'm trying to say. Today in this world, if we think that okay, let me take a break, or we'll have a lot of time. If anybody have that thing in their mind, definitely they will lose their opportunity. Mostly, if you see campus interview, people say, okay, after that I'll just take a break. Whoever thinks take a break, then definitely that break will be the break only. So grab the opportunity, work, and use the time effectively. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, very good. And next, the person who conquered Mount Everest, Tenzing Norgay. Okay, sorry, Tenzing Dorji.
Yes.
The topic for you: every cloud has a silver lining. I repeat,
okay.
Every cloud has a silver lining. Over to you.
Okay. Every cloud has silver lining. Okay. This, I refer this is education has lots of lighting for future, right? Then this is quite very interesting, and thank you, Toastmaster, for giving this opportunity. And to calculate lots of educations, we can get it through the many different levels, not only from the book, not only from the TV series. We can get it from the many different levels, persons, and who is everybody has their unique knowledge, not every poor people, every middle people, they have their own knowledge. Then we can have flow this knowledge, and we can gain lots of knowledge from them. If the needy people is not there, if there are no angry people, we can't get patience. Same as if there is no needy people, we can't improve our generosity practice, and also if somebody not hard up to us, we can't practice our patience, tolerance to them. So every negativity person has a lot of education. We can get lots of education through this negatively thoughts, negatively person. So we can have lots of knowledge from all over the objects, even a small baby, small child, we can get knowledge from them. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster.
I need a stopgap timer because I keep calling Sapir. Mohan, can you take? The topic for you today: better late than never. Better late than never. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you for this wonderful topic, table topics master. So good afternoon all again. So my topic is better late than never. So I would relate myself coming to Toastmasters for this quote. Because during my college days, I remember I have never come out of my comfort zone speaking in front of people. Because in my college days, alumni association, they used to conduct a lot of this communication skill improvement sessions, but I had never come out. But after joining the company, I come to realize that the communication is very important important as the technical knowledge that we have, because it is used by us to express what we think in a better manner. So I could say this better late than never to my life for this incident. So today I have started coming to Toastmasters. Last week I remember in the table topics session, I had never come out and speak in front of others bravely, because I thought there were a lot of butterflies in my stomach last week, but now I could feel there are only less butterflies. In the future, I could kill the remaining butterflies as well. I believe. Yeah. Thanks for this session. So please don't delay. Start right after you wish to achieve something. Thanks. Thanks for this.
Madam Rekha. First things first. I repeat the topic. First things first. Over to you.
Yeah, good morning all. This is a very useful topic for me, because when I start my day, so I have different, my day is full of activities. So the first thing which comes in my mind is I have to do this thing at all those things. I have so and so at with a professional friend. This is something, my aspiration, this is my goal, and I have like a lot of things. So what one exercise which I started doing should help me is that when I get up, I take some time out to write down everything and plan what is something which is very important for me at this point and organize the day. And at the end of the day, also I do an activity that is like an introspection, how the entire day went, and see that okay, I have all of these to do, and I don't have to see the say discussed at the end of the day. Okay, I did all this, but I still haven't do all of that. So that makes me feel a bit not so kind on myself. So when I prioritize all that, so then it helps me to overall align myself to the ultimate goal or the ultimate aspiration, reorganize everything and prioritize. So that's why when you say first thing first, so yes, when I start my day or start my office day, so I say that okay, these are the top priorities. Let me finish this first. And then, yes, I have maybe the second priority or second aspiration things I can do later. Like, for example, today is Sunday. So I know that I'm coming with Toastmasters. That's my priority. And rest of the day I can organize for any other things. So yeah, so that's how I plan and organize my work. And I think this thing, first things first, helps me to sail by the day on a regular basis and overall plan and reorganize my day, aspirations, goals, etc. Thank you for this talk.
Next, we have a guest who is ready to speak, Madam Saraswati. Please put your hands together. Are you a good player? It's okay. That is not the real question. A stitch in time saves 9. I repeat, a stitch in time saves 9. Over to you.
Good morning. The topic of the day is stitch in time saves time. Okay, I am very poor. I'm very poor at time management, and this is the right topic to be at this. Because right from I've been a guest for 3 weeks, and every day I've been 5 or 10 minutes late. I understand, I really understand that kitchen time saves time. When you show up early, then something on time, the the outcome of it is really good. So, stitching time saves for this topic.
Yeah. Next, let me call Mohan. Morning breakfast time, I should ask you. Do you like omelette? Like omelette? Yes. Okay, that's not the question, but the real question. Can you make an omelette without breaking an egg? I repeat the question. Can you make an omelette without breaking an egg?
Thanks for that wonderful topic. Good morning, Toastmasters and fellow guests. Can I make an omelette without breaking an egg? I guess that I can't. There's no omelette without egg. As there is a question whether egg is first or chicken is first. No one has answer for that. Same like, can we make an omelette without an egg? There's no answer. Some may say, like I am a very foodie. I love trying very different cuisines. Like in Instagram, I saw someone is making an omelette without an egg. And I went into that video. I saw there's something there. They used paneer and some yellow kind of fruit to make look like an omelette, but it is not an omelette. So I guess the answer is no. So here the question is, can I make an omelette without an egg? No. But there they made an look like a look-alike omelette, but it's not an omelette. So I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Like someone said, appearances are deceptive. Here again, it is not an omelette, but they said it is an omelette. So whatever we think or whatever we see, it's not always the same until you really experience it. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I think we have been having only from offline. I will call Toastmaster Muthu from online. Are you ready to take up the topic, Mr. Muthu? Hello, are you home? If Muthu is not there, I'll be calling Madam Suhasini, Vice President. You are there?
Yes, sir.
Who? Madam. Okay, good. Action speaks louder than words. I repeat, actions speak louder than words. Over to Madam Suhasini.
Thanks, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Balakrishnan, for this wonderful topic. Action. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Action
speak louder than voice.
Yeah, sorry. Action speaks louder than silence. Yes, I agree with this. Action speaks louder than silence. Even it's like me, because I won't speak much, but I will do everything in silence manner. So I agree with this point. Like whenever you want to achieve something, you want to be first a listener, and you can achieve that action very easily. So I always say silence when compared to doing everything with something like we can talking more and not delivering our output in such a way. When you have be a silently doing everything, it will reach the destination as we expected. That's it, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Sir, Toastmaster Balakrishnan, sir, this is Muthu.
You are ready, sir, Muthu. Very good.
Yes, sir.
The question for Toastmaster Muthu: strike while the iron is hot. I repeat, strike while the iron is hot.
Yes, thank you, sir. My topic is strike while the iron is hard. So what does that means is when how I can see it is to make use of the opportunity is available. So whenever the opportunity is presented, we must make use of it. Otherwise, when the opportunity is lost, we cannot make use of it. So it is like whenever we get the opportunity in Toastmasters to give a speech, to take up a role, to do something, whatever it is, must make use of them. So that when we take up the opportunity, the next opportunity will open up. So in this way, I see not only in Toastmasters, but in also professional life or in personal life, you must make a use of the opportunity when it comes, when it opens up. Even it may be a little one, whatever it is. So whenever an opportunity shows up, we must take use of it. With this, back to you, TT Master.
Thank you. And next, I will call Mr. Toastmaster Anand. He was very enthusiastic in giving the speech, so I should call him. Those in glass houses should not throw stones. I repeat the topic. Those in glass houses should not throw stones. Over to you.
Those in glass houses should not throw stone.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, I agree with your point, sir. Actually, the child is growing. The milestone development is flows over. Right, when the child is born, that's called as a neonates. Then when the next move to the milestone, right? That is a child, then toddler, then adolescence, then adulthood, then late adulthood. It move on. So this is about the physical development. If you see the psychological development, the baby at the moment is in the mother's womb, right? Whatever the mother thinks, right, that has got a great influence on the child. At that time, if your mother thinks something negatively, if the mother sees something vulnerable things in the catty channels, like right, so that has got a great impact on the child physical as well as the mental development. So it is like a glass. We have to take care. Whatever we hear, whatever we see, that should be very careful. It has got a deep imprint in its psyche. So that is the most important thing we need to take care of. And one more thing is that the child, they are the mirror image of their parents, right? What the parents don't need to tell any lie or anything else, but the child that will grasp everything. In one of the movie, I have seen that recently. The father used something. He get the bribe from one of the person. The child, it keep on observing. Finally, when the guy has grown up, he start developing lot of. He has developed that contact disorder, that delinquent behavior. Right. That's why the child is like a glass. We have to take care of, and we have to protect it. Take care of nicely. Thank you. Over to you.
Yeah, Modi, and is there any time for one more question?
Yeah, we can have the last speaker.
Last. Yes, I kept the best for last. Toastmaster Anirudh Guru. Question for you, Anirudh. Always put your best foot forward. I repeat, always put your best foot forward. Poverty.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for the topic. So the topic is always put your best foot forward. Yeah, that is actually true, because we are doing a lot of activities, day-to-day activities. We are doing many activities daily. So in everything, we need to always give our best, no matter what the circumstances. Because only if we give our best, we can develop ourselves. Then only we need to take every opportunity, every challenge as an opportunity, and we need to give our best, because it's not going to be smooth. There will be a lot of obstacles that we need to overcome. Sometimes we will fail. Every time we are not going to keep on succeeding. We will fail, we will go down. At that time we will feel so discouraged. So even if we are feeling discouraged and even if we are feeling down, we need to still give our best in whatever we are doing. So that if we give our best, then we can hope that the result will also come in our favor. If we don't get immediate results, surely when we give our best, we will get the result sometime in the future. So we have to always give our best and deliver our best in whatever we are doing, not only Toastmaster or any particular activity. In whatever activity we are doing daily, if we give our best, surely we will have a chance to succeed in our lives. Because as there's a quote, failure is always stepping stone to success. So we will always, sometimes we will lose ourselves in doing the activities. So when we become a challenge to ourselves to handle first. So that challenge we need to overcome, and then after we overcome the challenges, we need to overcome all the outside challenges as well. So in all these challenges, the inside challenge, the outside challenge, all these challenges, we have to always keep hoping and keep delivering our best. Then surely we can hope for the best and we can succeed and become great in our lives. Thank you, and back to the table talk.
Okay, thank you. Just to summarize on the table topics, I had to thank each and every speaker. They spoke very well to the topic, and instead of saying come easy, go easy, I gave easy come, easy go. Started off with that, and ending with put your best foot forward. This coincidentally with several topics suddenly came and picked up, gone with today's word of the day. That is ladder, and count your steps. Like most of the things now I could relate. Everybody was talking on those theme and word of the day, somewhere related. That is growing up, and even when you want to see the silver lining on the sky, I thought those who have gone to the mountain from there, they can see the sky immediately. So I gave the topic to Tenzing. These are all just impromptu. We try, and I thank each one of you. And timer, is there any disqualification? Only you can tell. For the benefit of voting, I will repeat the name faster. That is, we had Indumati, Mohan, Madam Rekha, Anirudh Guru, Tenzing, Saraswati, Deepak Subramaniam, Safir, Madam Suhasini, Toastmaster Muttu. We also had Anirudh and Anand. These are the names. Is there any disqualification? Only you can see. That is those who spoke for less than 1 minute.
Toastmaster is Saraswati and Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you. And with this, I hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really glad that you brought in the word of the day and the theme of the day. In fact, one of the speaker used the word, I would like to kill butterflies. Please don't kill butterfly. It is a poor thing. Please let them fly. So it just doesn't makes the butterfly fly. It also makes you fly by moving them out of your stomach. So with this, I just hand over the session to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So we had a wonderful TT session. Now let's move to the another exciting session. That's a very important session as well. The evaluation session. So without much delay, let me call upon the first evaluator. The first speech we had was from Toastmaster Prabhat. He gave the icebreaker session to evaluate Toastmaster Prabhat's speech. We have a very passionate and a very creative Toastmaster, Toastmaster Preeti. Toastmaster Preeti works as a graphic designer at RRD Tenambat. She does digital illustration and paintings and also attend webinars during the leisure time. Can we have Toastmaster Preeti to evaluate Toastmaster Prabhat?
Yeah. Thank you for the welcome, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Prabhat. First of all, congratulations on starting your pathway journey. Hope you will have a wonderful and a learning experience in this journey. I truly appreciate your courage and the confidence that you have while delivering your speech. Kudos to you. It was actually not at all like a icebreaker speech at all. You spoke like a pro. You were looking like a trainer teaching people with no nervousness at all, and you were so confident throughout your speech. Congratulations for that. You look like you were so familiar with the stage as well. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech, and I'm really privileged to evaluate such a wonderful speech from you. So let us evaluate in few criteria, and the first criteria is the content part. Your opening was so good. You started off with a quote, with a motivating quote, saying that success is not about getting the results. So you also ended your speech with a motivating quote. Throughout your speech, the tone was so motivating, and the motivational story, the narration in which you have overcome all the struggles due to your speech impairment and so on. The story was really encouraging to all of us. The speech tools which you used to build up your speaking ability, and those were really motivating. Kudos to you for that. And coming to the delivery part, you gave us a wonderful and a beautiful message from your speech. Your gestures were too good. The eye contact was good throughout the speech, and you used passes at the right place. You also look comfortable with the audience with a lot of hand gestures, and there are a few recommendations which I would suggest you. The first one is interact with the audience. So you have a beautiful story and ask the audience like if they could also face any failures in life or any kind of interactive question in the beginning would take this speech to the next level. So make it interactive next time. And overall, it was a fantastic and a boldly delivered speech. Keep up your confidence level. All the very best. Also, in your speech, I noted that you have managed to manage how you managed your problem even today. But today, you have not only managed the speaking problem, you have rocked in your speech. All the very best for the future speeches. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for the great evaluation. For next evaluation of Toastmaster Jacob, looks can be deceiving speech. Can we have Toastmaster Sriram? Toastmaster Sriram is one of our past president, and currently he's a product manager at Salute Solutions and provides data security solutions based on Microsoft Azure technology. His hobbies are music, and he feels that music gives pleasure during the free time. Over to you, Toastmaster Sriram.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Priya, for this nice introduction. And good morning, Toastmasters, guests, and in particular to Toastmaster Jacob. Toastmaster Jacob, you gave a very good, excellent speech, I can say, on the topic appearance can be deceptive. The first thing I can say is that you met the objective of the project, use the right kind of body language, vocal variety, and physically use the storytelling mode. And that was very interesting. And I could see a lot of difference from the way you gave a speech earlier and today. You know, the kind of confidence, energy level, everything was overwhelming. And you were able to start with a great opening by captivating quote, which is appearance can be deceptive. And you're able to bring the audience attention and create that kind of energy level with your vocal variety speech. And I see a great improvement in that from your past speech. And the second thing I can say is that you also, of course, coming to the body of the speech, we had a very nice story. The man who had 20 balls and throwing it on the beaches, and accidentally finds that there is something great treasure inside that, and you brought that very well. You had a nice facial expression, and you brought that very well. And the second thing I can say is that your personal experience was even great. You also told about a story of a short man who, in spite of his personal, physical appearance, he was able to, bring the audience to a wow by his great skills, particularly showing his multi skills on playing multiple instruments and pianos, whatever. Right. Um, of course, appearance can be deceptive, but you brought that very well with your nice storytelling mode. Coming to conclusion, I can say that you also ended up with a great message. Don't judge the book by the cover. That was a great message, Toastmaster Jacob. Only a few recommendations I can say is that you could have had a little bit more modulation in your voice. Don't judge the book by the cover. Right? Try to use that modulation. Sometimes people use that. See, particularly audience, they feel monotonous, when somebody speaks. But if you try to break the monotony with a variation in the voice, that creates great impact. And have movements across the stage. I know you had a movement maybe in one direction, but if you could have covered the entire stage, that could have made it even more appealing. And additionally, you could have had more gestures and pauses. It could have made even the speech even more dramatic. Overall, it's a great speech, and all the best in a Toastmaster ladder. Count your steps and go forward. All the best. Thank you. Over to you, Rajiv.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sriram. So to evaluate the third speech of Toastmaster Rajkant, we have another senior Toastmaster, a very humble person. When I asked for an introduction, he said, you just introduced me as a past president. So he's one of the past president of MTC, Toastmaster Srinivasan sir. Over to you.
Hey, thanks, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, good morning, Toastmasters. And a very good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Rajkant. Toastmaster Rajkant today gave an excellent social speech around benefits of Toastmasters. As per his speech objectives, he should give a speech raising a toast or honoring an individual or honoring an organization. I think Toastmaster Rajkant took the opportunity to honor the organization, which is the Toastmasters organization. All right. So he started his speech talking about some of his fears that he had about public speaking, right, from his school days. And he also brought about the issue of not having a platform to experiment when it comes to public speaking, some of which a lot of us face, right? So eventually, I think he got a solution to his problem when he joined a corporate and when his friend referred him to join Toastmasters. So that's the good speech that Toastmaster Rajkant gave today, right? I think the speech met the objectives. He honored the organization through which he got a lot of help in terms of overcoming his public fears. So the speech met the objectives. So in terms of what was good about Toastmaster Rajkant's speech, I think the first thing which I liked was that he spoke from his personal experience, right? He spoke about some of his challenges as he grew up as to become a good public speaker, right? So he spoke from his public experience, and I think that through that he was able to relate to the audience. The second thing that I liked by what Toastmaster Rajkant gave today about the speech was the choice of topic. The choice of topic I thought was excellent, right? It was a Toastmaster setting, and what better topic than he can by talking about Toastmasters itself, right? So the choice of topic was very good. The movement and gestures on the stage was pretty good, right? Those are some of the things which I really liked about Toastmaster Rajkant's speech. So in terms of some of the things which he can improve to make his speech from good to great, so I think Toastmaster Rajkant's speech was about benefits of Toastmasters. But if you look at your speech, Toastmaster, you spoke about 2 to 3 minutes, which is almost 60 to 70% of the time, right? In terms of talking about some of the fears that he had on public speaking, you might have as well spent more time about the benefits of Toastmasters rather than the fears of public speaking, which anyway most of us would know, right? Being given it's a Toastmaster setting. Right, so that's one thing which he could improve. The second thing that he could improve is, given that it's a short 3 to 4 minutes kind of a speech, you ended the speech with a very good quote from Benjamin Franklin, right? Tell me I forget, teach me I remember, and involve me I learn. But it would be good if we had covered some of these aspects, right? How Toastmasters involved you to learn, how it taught you to remember, and those kind of things, right? So that people can relate to the quote. See, while it is important to start or end a speech with a quote, it is equally important that the body of the speech is connected to the quote, right? I think you could have probably taken care of some of those aspects, but nevertheless, a great speech, and look forward to more speeches from you in Madras Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan sir. So next is very important, I would say, the 3 pillars, tag team, because these are the unconscious activity speakers might do. We were not aware of how many hours or fillers we used, how many times we used not so good language. So there are people who will make us aware of these things so that we can correct it. So let's maybe to start with, let's have a timer who will tell how much each speakers took, so that that will actually help us prepare better in next speech. Can we have timer, Toastmaster Safir? Yeah.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, the meeting has started on time at 10:15, and the prepared speech started at 10:30. First speaker, Toastmaster Prabhat, spoke for 6 minutes 24 seconds. The second speaker, Toastmaster Jacob, spoke for 4 minutes 56 seconds. Third speaker, Toastmaster Rajkant, took 4 minutes 3 seconds. Then education session went for 22 minutes. Then we went for break at 11:20 and resumed at 11:32. Then coming to table topics, Toastmaster Deepak took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Indumadi took 1 minute 39 seconds. Toastmaster Tenzin spoke for 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Safir spoke for 1 minute 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Rekha spoke for 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Mohan spoke for 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Saraswati spoke for 50 seconds. Toastmaster Suhasini 1 minute 8 seconds. Toastmaster Muttu 56 seconds. Toastmaster Anand 2 minutes. Toastmaster Anirudh 2 minutes 4 seconds. And coming to evaluation part, first evaluator Toastmaster Preeti took 2 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Sriram took 3 minutes 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Srinivasan took 3 minutes 15 seconds. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Safir. Next, let me call upon Toastmaster Anand to give away the R counter report.
I'm submitting my R counter report. For the prepared speech, Toastmaster Prabhat has used long pauses 4 times and R 4 times. Toastmaster Jacob repeated word 4 times, R times, and long pause 1 time. And Toastmaster Rajkant, he has used long pause just 1 time. Coming to the table topic session, Toastmaster Deepak, he has used the repeated word so for 4 times, and R for 3 times, right for 1 time, something I think just for 1 time. And Toastmaster Indubadi, she used a long, for 1 time, R for 5 times. What you say, other word 1 time, that long pause once. Toastmaster Tenzin, he has used R 10 times. That's all, right? Then Toastmaster Safi, he has used R for 7 times. Toastmaster Rekha, she used for 1 time, and for 3 times, R for 2 times. And guest Saraswati, she used R for 5 times. A long pause once. Toastmaster Mohan used so for 6 times. Toastmaster Suhasini, she used long pause 1 time, R for 4 times. I mean 1 time. Toastmaster Muttu, R twice. Toastmaster Anurag, half or 3 times. Right? Coming to the evaluation session, Toastmaster Preeti, she used R for 9 times. Toastmaster Sriram, he used a repeated word, for 6 times, and for 7 times, R for 4 times. And finally, Toastmaster Srinivas used R for 11 times and repeated word, he, then right twice. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Let me call upon the grammarian Toastmaster Muthu for his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Now I'll share the usage of the word of the day and theme of the day. Toastmaster of the day use the word of the day thrice and theme of the day thrice. And DTM browser used the word of the day 2 times and theme of the day 2 times. And then the TT Master, Toastmaster Balakrishnan has used word of the day twice and the theme of the day twice. Now about the usage of the outstanding words, codes, and sayings, Toastmaster Prabhat has used like success is not getting results, courage to continue, first light by sun. And Toastmaster Jacob has used a precious stone, deceptive, discover inner shine, don't judge a book by its cover. And DTM Rouser has used objective goals, build confidence, feedback is the integral part of life, money, matter, and mobility. And Toastmaster Balakrishnan has used words like listen, pause, and confirm. Toastmaster Tenzing has used phrases like different levels of persons. Everybody has unique language. Toastmaster Safir has used like kill the butterfly. And then Toastmaster Anand has used phrases like psychological development. Child is like a class. Toastmaster Anirudh used always give your best no matter what the circumstance. And Toastmaster Preeti has used words like courage and confidence, privilege. Toastmaster Sriram has used modulations, monotonous. Toastmaster Srinivasan has used phrases like choice of topics, good to great. And that's it from the grammarian report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. So now coming to the General Evaluator's report. So as a whole, the meeting started on time. Here I want to appreciate Toastmaster Suhasini in actually putting the effort which she spent every week to organize the team. It is not an easy thing, pull up the team every week and ensuring that they're on time, attending the things. So I really want to appreciate. I would request everybody to applaud her for that. Thank you. Okay, so Kavita started with checking the energy level of the team. Like usual, the energy level was very high. And Toastmaster of the day, Jai, he is a pro in actually organizing and running the meeting. So it was quite evident from the way which he was conducting the meeting. The word of the day and the theme of the day was very well explained, and he explained the session as well. I was very much impressed by the first icebreaker speech, very inspiring. And all the sessions were very informative and educational. Though the highlight of today's session, two highlights I want to highlight is, one is the educational session by DTM Rao sir. Every time we listen to DTM Rao sir's speech, it is like drinking a motivational tonic or something. We get energized, and there will be a high energy passed on to us to do something. So that happens every time when we listen to DTM Rao sir's speech. That happened today also. Thank you very much for inspiring session. And the second one was the TT session. I can't even imagine if something similar comes to my way and I'm asked to do something impromptu. I don't know how much prepared I will be, but the way he conducted was exceptional. I was thinking how he explained the TT and how he conducted the session, how he summarized. I think that is where this ladder can take us if we attend the Toastmaster session every week regularly. Thank you for showing us who we can be when we attend the Toastmaster session every week. Thank you, sir, for that. It was a wonderful session. And the two low lights, I think that is something which we can improve upon. One of the things is it is the responsibility of we Toastmasters. If we commit to some role, we should definitely attend. If we are not able to for some reason, at least we should give some room, time to the person, VP Education or the president to find an alternative. That is something everybody should be aware and should be doing religiously. And the second is I was remembered of the story of hare and tortoise. We started on time, in fact, ahead of time. We were on time till the break. Suddenly, I think we got into the hare cap and we thought there are more time. Let's take more time for everything. And now we are delayed. It's only 2 minutes to go. So let me wrap up the session. So we need to have time check at each phase. Let's not put the hair cap and lose track of the time. So, but otherwise it was great. And let me congratulate all the participants again. It was a wonderful session. Always, as always, it was enlightening and informative. Thank you very much. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for that. Your quick summary. Like, yes, we have very less time. Like, probably I'll just wrap it up. Maybe to add on to the point which you said, like maybe I like to share the burden of Toastmaster Suhasini, and also to coincide with the word of 3 and the theme of 3 I've chosen. So I request you all to kindly nominate yourself for the next week session. So maybe you can, actually I've already taken up TMOD and GE. So probably Suhasini, you can update my name for the table topic master for the upcoming week. So likewise, actually, can anyone volunteer for Toastmaster of 3 for the next week? Anyone? Offline, online? General evaluator?
You can take up.
Okay, which one? Toastmaster of 3.
Toastmaster of 3, yeah.
Okay. Suhasini, please note down, ma'am. For the general evaluator? I could hear some noise in the online session.
Anirudh is interested.
Okay, for the general evaluator. Okay, I'll be taking up the table topic master, and for the prepared speeches.
Toastmaster Anand is interested.
Okay, Toastmaster Anand 1. Then
I'm giving my prepared speech as well.
Anu and Sriram is.
Okay, great sir. Toastmaster Sriram sir will be the second, and third one will be
Manu, Toastmaster.
Okay. So Suhasini, three speech should be fine, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the evaluation, we have we need 3 evaluators to evaluate 3 speeches. So Rao sir, can we have you as one of the evaluator? We would love to have you as an evaluator.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Rao sir will be one of the evaluator. Srini sir, can you be one of the evaluator? I could see Madhupriya. Madhupriya can be one of the evaluator.
Yeah, I will take up. I will afford to be one of the evaluators.
Okay. So we need one more evaluator. Can Arun sir be one of the evaluator? Sorry, I can't hear.
VP education decided.
Okay. We'll leave it to the VP education. Fine. Okay. So almost we are done with the roles, and so we are done with it, and we'll just I'll hand over the session to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kavita. Back to you.
Toastmasters and guests, how was today's session?
Excellent.
So after a very long time, we had pros doing the job today. It was a mixture of experienced Toastmasters and people who have just started their journey and giving their speech. It was an excellent session. I had a wonderful time sitting there, relaxing and enjoying this. And TMOD, TT Master, the G, everybody did their job in a very professional way. And thank you so much for pitching in, Sir Toastmaster Bala. And a perfect mix of experienced and new Toastmasters. Kudos to Toastmaster Suhasini for that. So Toastmaster Suhasini, are you there?
Yes, Savita. Yes,
Okay.
Savita.
I don't have the results with me, so I would request you to let me know who's the best prepared speaker for today.
Best speaker today is Toastmaster Prabhat. Best TT speaker is Toastmaster Deepak Subramanian.
We'll have a snap. TT speaker Toastmaster Suhasini, who is it?
Toastmaster Deepak Subramanian.
Congratulations.
The best ever
Role player, can we hear it?
Role player, general evaluator Toastmaster Priyadashini.
She's online. Congratulations.
Counter Toastmaster Anand.
Can someone spotlight her if possible? And the best tag role player?
Toastmaster Anand.
Toastmaster Anand. Can someone take a snap? My phone is switched off. Yeah. Let's also cover Priyadarshini there.
Okay.
Best evaluator Toastmaster Preeti.
Toastmaster Preeti, please, just a minute, ma'am. Okay. I missed that. Toastmaster Preeti, can someone spotlight her? Congratulations. Preeti is there?
She is not in the call meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please do share the snaps with me. So what is the meeting rating for today?
It's 4.3.
So do we have the online guest we had previously? Toastmaster Krishna, I guess. Do we have him?
No, we don't have.
Okay. Any more guest online? No, I guess.
No.
We do have an offline guest guest Saraswati. So can you please share your feedback? She had been a regular attendee. So let's have her quick feedback and remind.
Thank you, Toastmasters. This was a very nice session. Today I found so many people offline as well and online. I think the offline outnumbers the online today. So it's a very nice thing. Thank you.
Okay, with that, I would like to declare close our 622nd meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. Let's have a quick snap, online as well as offline. So please switch on your cameras. Let me go to the gallery. Please switch on your, everyone can come up so that. Saraswati is going to become a member. Okay, is everyone visible? Is everybody visible?
The mic you can.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fine, no?
Yeah, fine, Deepak. Fine.
Okay. Deepak, you're not visible.
Okay.
You can come here. This is fine. Can someone online take a snap?
Take a screenshot.
Thank you so much.
Did anyone take?
Priya, Toastmaster Priya and Toastmaster Sriram are taking. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please do share with us the snaps.
May I take one selfie here?
Yeah, we'll have an offline snap separately. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meet you all next week. Bye.